Hassan Hassan, tight end, outside linebacker. Keon Johnson, inside linebacker, running back. Kevin Adams, kicker, punter, free safety, quarterback.
Ken, could you talk about sort of where this team was last year? You know, you won 3 games. It must have been a pretty long and kind of heart-wrenching offseason, and, you know.
It was very challenging, we all were just kind of heartbroken because we look at the playoffs as the second season. You get a chance to do it, get it right. Last year at the end of the year, we felt like if we could have gotten the playoff in this spot, we were going to shock somebody, but it didn't happen. So we decided we was going to end on a good note. We played Northview High School and, had a running clock at halftime, so we were happy about that, but it just hurt. People around the school, they just didn't have a lot of faith in you, and a lot of these guys' peers was just kind of on them. And so about 2 weeks before we got out for Christmas, those guys say, "Can we get back in the weight room?" And I said, "Well, yeah, we can." And we got back in the weight room, and we just dedicated ourselves. And these guys been resilient they were lifting weights when we didn't have weights and workouts at the school. People were telling me they was at Planet Fitness. They was on some field off Poplar Hall in different places, and so it just started coming together.
Hassan, you scored the game-winning touchdown. How did that feel?
It felt good. I just wanted to win it for the team. They made a good call. We just executed.
It was a back-and-forth affair. Y'all got up 12-0. They come back, and then you're just matching point for point.
Right.
Can you describe that back-and-forth fight?
I'm not real good at math, but every time we would either go for 2 or miss one, I knew their lead would increase. And at some point, we said we gotta get this 2-point conversion to get caught up. And of course, they missed an extra point, and it ended up being 34. Hey, new game, but Kettle Run was resilient. They didn't give up. They caught us with some things that we maybe weren't expecting or we didn't think was coming. And hey, going to double overtime. It's one of those games was a shame. Any one of those teams had to lose. Kettle Run has had their heartaches. I think this is their third time, and because while this is our 4th state championship at Lake Teller, we've lost 3. And we just, so we've been there, so we know that feeling,
Keon, can you talk about defensively, especially during that overtime period where you stopped them, sort of what the difference was on those 4 downs as opposed to some of the other big plays that they broke?
With our defense, we like to stop the run. So I told my DBs, it's on them. I just called the plays. They executed very well, and my quarterback got the winning pick. So.
Talk about the touchdown pass to win the game there. What'd you see? It looked like bodies flying all over the place.
I put the ball in Keon's stomach, and I seen it all come down, and I know I had a tight end coming over the middle, and I said, I'm going to hit him right now.
Is that a play you guys have run pretty
the last
often?
couple of
Yeah.
in the playoffs. We didn't run it as much in the regular season. But, you got to save some things for the playoffs, get a new look, and when you got a good running backs like we have a good running game, and the quarterback reads it very well, we knew they would bite on that, and I kept saying he's got to catch it. He's got to catch it. Not to get on him, but he dropped 2 passes early in the game that was wide open. Just didn't pull it in. So, but he's a really, really good receiver, and he has deceptive speed. You saw him. He took off.
Hassan, can you talk about that last play and sort of what, when the ball's in the air, did you kind of feel like that was it, or?
Yeah, we got good running backs, so the linebackers got to respect the run. And when I seen them flow over, I just made my way through traffic and looked up for the ball, and I caught it.
Talk about the line of scrimmage. That was tough in there. That was a battle. You guys really fought the whole night, but so did Kettle Run. A lot of respect both ways.
They got some dogs on defense, but I feel like we'd have played some tougher D lines down before we even got there, so they got us prepared to face them.
Hank, did you feel like there were some times where it felt like you sort of seized control a little bit, but every time you did that, it seemed like they made a big play?
We made a big play. We fumbled. I mean, we got a first down and fumbled the ball. You know, and to be honest with you, last week we fumbled the ball 2 or 3 times, and this week we fumbled 2 or 3 times. You can tell, you guys know, if you turn the ball over, you can lose. But we've been trying to get the offense to embrace the defense and the defense to embrace the offense. And what I mean by that, when you get on this level, when you play a team like a Kettle Run or a Magnum Vista, everybody has some dogs that can play this game. And so you got to expect if it's a turnover, just keep playing. That was our whole thing, keep playing. Our battle cry was 48 minutes to win it or a lifetime to think about it. And so that's what we kept saying to each other, just keep playing.
Did they do a pretty good job on Keon? I mean,
Oh, yeah, they did.
You guys ran for over 200 yards.
Yeah, they did a pretty good
He had
job.
lower numbers than he normally has, didn't he?
Yeah, what they did was they had a great philosophy. The run's not going to beat us. They tried. They're going to slow them. We're going to stop that, and we're able to do some things passing wise. And you know, we dropped some passes early in the game. They were catching their passes, and we had guys wide open, and we dropped ours. But there's no time to get on them. There's no tomorrow. It's nothing like a state championship game because throw the records out. Both teams want to win. I mean, and they had some kids, those 2 brothers, 1 and 2, and the quarterback, and a 7. Those kids, they just played hard. I mean, the thing that hurt the most tonight was seeing them in the handshake line crying. Because I've been there before. I know how that hurt. Because those kids, they put it on the line. They really did. They played real, real hard.
And then talk about their chance to win their regulation. They have a pass interference call, and now they've got a chance to, to win the state title with that kick.
With that kickoff, with that extra, we kept trying to push them. And one time we had them like, it would have been like a 57 yarder, but we got a pass interference, so that moved them 15 yards closer. And we just told the guys, this is not a free play. Just keep going. The first thing I did, you saw I called timeout, try to rattle the guy a little bit, the kicker a little bit, and of course it paid off, but because in warm-up, man, they were booting it 40 yards, and my stomach was a little rough as the ball left the center, but we were able to tie it up, and overtime's a new start for both teams.
And then what's the deal with your kicking game? You missed the first one?
Well,
and then
our Hola is a freshman, and the stage might have been a little too big for him at that time, and so we made our mind up. That's why in overtime we went for 2, because I couldn't take that chance of us missing it, and they score, and they get theirs. The extra point ball game's over. So a lot of strategy, a lot of great strategy back and forth on both teams tonight. People don't want to say there's a little luck involved in all of it. In all sports it is, and luck was on our side tonight, and we appreciate it.
For any of you guys, just how was it defending Kettle Run's quarterback? Because you guys were applying heat on him all day, and he was escaping and making plays both with his arms and his legs.
Well, outside in, we kept telling the guys, you got to contain him outside in, because he's actually reading that outside guy. And if you come upfield, here he comes. If you don't have to throw the ball, he's in his hands, and he got some real important first downs. They took us to 4th down quite a few times tonight where we felt like, well, even before the overtime, before they scored, we felt like that we could we had stopped them. It was 4th and 9 or 10, and he threw the ball in the end zone. And we had 3 defensive backs around him, but nobody went for the ball. But the receiver did, and he brought it down. It was a clutch play for them. And we knew after they had beat Liberty Christian, we went for a ball game. And we knew it, but I didn't know a lot about Kettle Run, but I do now. I mean, I didn't get a lot of sleep this week because I kept watching their film over and over again, trying to figure out what makes them tick.
Every team is different. You've been a part of 4 championship teams now. How does this team differ from the others?
The other ones, they had winning records all year, that type of thing. The year before, the culture was there. We had to develop the culture with these guys. And it all started back after the pandemic. A lot of these guys, during the pandemic, they didn't play their middle school football and that type of thing. So we had to start all over again. And then, we When we come off the pandemic, they took a section of Norfolk from us that we draw, that I've been drawn from since I've been there. Those kids were gone, they were going to Moore High School. And nobody
That's why
told
he
me.
went down to class 3.
Yeah, nobody told me anything. We just know they were gone. I had kids at practice came to me the day before school started and said, Coach, this schedule 10 miles, it's got Moore High School on it. And I had trained those kids. And so we lost them, and so just kind of building it. So this one is just different than all of them. Just because I mean, America has regrouped from the pandemic, and it affected us as well, you know.
For the seniors, can you guys just kind of talk about what it's like to, you know, your final high school football game and you couldn't really end it on a better note? Can you just talk about what it's like to go into your high school career like that?
Yeah, it feels good. We was telling all the young guys that we need them to step up too, because we want to go out like this, we don't want to go out no other way, and we did.
Our freshman year, we fell up short to Phoebus in the semi-states or the quarterfinals.
Well, there was a regional final.
Yeah, regional
We were
final.
11-2.
We fell short on my freshman year. Sophomore year, we lost second round. Third year, we didn't really make it to playoffs, and we just been telling all the seniors got together. We been telling Coach Sawyer like, and this our year, we got to do it, and we finally did it.
I started with my sophomore year. We went to the playoffs. We played Lafayette. You know, I was starting linebacker as a sophomore, so I was kind of playing bad. You know, we got blown out that game, and I told myself that's never gonna happen again. And the year after that, you know, we had a losing record. So we got back in the weight room, dedicated ourselves to state championship, and that's what we did.
Kevin?
I'm a junior.
Yeah, thank God you were champion.
Thanks, guys.